on EA Sports. And we'll see Jordan Love. He comes in third in the league in passing touchdowns. It's the Packers and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to... Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And away we go from Wisconsin. Marvin Mims now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, really all eyes turn to their quarterback for a signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Now Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing third and long. They'll throw again. Nix. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it stalled out. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Takes the handoff, now Love. On target to Musgrave. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's second down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Riley Moss with that tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Love. Forced out to him, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Now on fourth down, it's Trenton Gill out to kick it away. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. They put a receiver in motion here left. Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Hand off to the back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play fake, it's Love. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Up to the line, and they're set, 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it on the draw, and he's brought down for a loss. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Love from the gun. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
They'll run for it, Jacobs. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. On the give, it's Lloyd. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Love out of the shotgun. This throw is caught. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Love to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Broncos offense all set to go. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm for them. They find some success. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed to Sutton. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Packers into a nickel defense, third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at fourth down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Now, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Packers will take over possession. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. 1st down read option. He keeps it running right. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the
Love now. That's him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To the air with Love. Gets it complete. Here's Marshawn Lloyd. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. Love on 3rd and short. This finds Dobbs. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
That's another Green Bay Packer.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 7.
Throwing, Love. And he's got it, touchdown Green Bay. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get... No change to the call on the field. That play's going to remain a touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On now is McManus to kick this away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And the Packers will go with a dime look. 3rd down coming. Throwing here, Nix. Complete, it's Ingram. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Punting unit out now. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 3 now. From the 48. Taken in by Dobbs. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Jacobs running behind center. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. They'll call it a gain of 9, so half the distance they needed. It's now 3rd and 9.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
Shotgun now for Love. Gets it to the 15. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 20-zip lead. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Got it, man. It's Marvin Mims. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Throwing the out route complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. And the Packers at a 50-B out there for this 3rd down play. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down. So out now comes the punter. Nixon deep to return. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He's got it at the 24. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
They stick with Jacobs. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
3rd and 8.
Love from the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. The Packers send out their punting unit. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. So here comes the Bronco offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing now from the gun. Pass taken in by Sutton. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. It's a gain of 4. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's got the hook up to Ingram.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Packers take their 1st time out. Their punter making his way out now. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. He bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most, and we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Love out of the shotgun. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. It's another rushing play, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Punt team on the field. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Looking to throw. He's gonna loft one deep to the left. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Packers do not get the return all the way back. That's gonna bring us to the end of our first half. That's halftime here in Green Bay. The Cheeseheads with plenty to cheer about as their Packers have the lead. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Reports with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment.
And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Play fake, it's Love. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Broncos.
Going run again with Jacobs. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Drew Sanders that time on the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he'll start pushing them into field goal range, a small gain to the 38. He gets 2 out of it, but it's going to be 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. He's contained at the line for no gain. Drew Sanders that time on the stop. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
It's 3rd and 10.
Here's Love to throw. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So no return on that punt. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Denver set to take the field on offense. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. They'll run here on 1st down. And this one doesn't go far. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Plowing up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Handoff now out of the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Nick's now to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Buys top, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
3rd and long for Nix. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Riley Moss with that tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Drew Sanders that time on the stop. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To the air with Love. Dumped off to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on first down, Love. That's complete to Musgrave. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Offense to the line for second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Loves to throw again. This one taken in by Kraft. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. He puts together a gain of 2, and we are at the end of our third quarter. This is the end of the third quarter. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, here's Love. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Has it in close. Touchdown, Green Bay. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights, and the Packers grow their lead yet again. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense running back out now. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make... They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Now, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. 3rd and long for him here. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. He fires one deep down the middle. And he knocks that one away to prevent a big gain. Now all eyes go to the penalty marker to see who it's against. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still first down.
Shotgun now for Love. This finds Dom. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Love out of the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll run Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Again, it's Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Love from the gun. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
Set to kick off.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense ready to get going again now. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Nix with it on 1st. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing here, Nix. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Cut by Sutton. Continuing to move past the 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw again, Nix. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
This finds Franklin, and he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Nix from the gun. That finds Vele, complete. And they bring him down around the 34. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. He'll throw it yet again. McLaughlin there to bring it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Nix off the play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught for the 1st. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos cut into the lead by another point. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Nixon now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Man in motion here. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Call it a couple of yards, and it's 4th down and 5.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Let's see what he can do on the return. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Broncos get set to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix looking to throw. That's complete to Vele. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Broncos hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Nix to throw. He's on the move. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Nix now to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Nix. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Give him 24 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Nix. He has room past the 25. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap to Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease. Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
So this is a Packers win. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.